Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Not Your Average Glow Up. This is a safe place where we talk all things mental health, spirituality, and quite a bit of tarot. Today, I am doing a tarot pick-a-card, as I'm sure you know from the title of this video. It's going to be two piles, pile one, and then pile two. I already have some cards pulled and channeled songs for each pile. So the thumbnail was the two piles that you can choose from. So take some time, think about it, all that. Today's video is going to be like a sit-down conversation of what would your highest version of yourself, your higher self, say to your inner child. There is, I don't know what side of TikTok you guys are on, but I'm on like mental health TikTok, I'm on like kink TikTok, I'm on like nerd TikTok, I'm on like therapy TikTok. But there is something trending on my For You page. I don't know if it's like actually trending, but there's this thing going on right now on my TikTok For You page where it's like people showing pictures of their younger version of themselves, and it's like ugly things people said about them, and then some of them are like literally ugly things that they've said. Like there's one video where it shows this woman and she's like, oh my god, you would have hated me as a child, I was so annoying, and then it flashes to a picture of this small sweet little baby version of herself saying, well, I'm annoying, So that has been weighing heavily on my mind. And then yesterday, I discovered a song that literally just came out. The music video was posted to YouTube 7 days ago, so it's brand new. And it's You Might Not Like Her by Maddie, zahm. And this song fucked me up, y'all. It fucked me up. I was bawling. I put that shit on repeat and I just had a good cry because, oh, it's so good. It's her talking to her younger self and basically saying, look, these are the things that you're going to go through in life. This is the person that you grow up to be. You might not like her, but I do. It's her higher self talking to her child self. She talks about how a younger version of her would have judged who she is today, but how she's happy with where she is in life. And that's actually one of the channeled songs for pile one. So, spoiler alert. But yeah, it's what inspired this video today because I found myself relating to every fucking lyric in that song. From the, being attracted to boys and girls, from the eating disorders, from the disappointing your parents, to the whole 9 yards. Wonderful song, amazing lyrics, it'll fuck you up. But it's really good, it's really healing. So today I thought, because of those two things, I thought it would be really good, really beneficial, and really healing for us to do a little bit of shadow work today and get channeled messages from your higher self speaking to your inner child. Okay? So, let's jump right in. Pile number one. If you chose the what's a goal you accomplished recently card, there's spark cards. It's actually a game made by Seek Discomfort and Yes Theory to connect strangers, but I love using these cards for divination. If you chose the what's a goal you accomplished recently card, then this is your pile, okay? First things first, your channeled songs are You Might Not Like Her by Maddie, zahm, and then You Can't Rush Your Healing by Trevor Hall, okay? You got the hummingbird. It says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness, okay? You got the raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles, you can juggle them well. And then you have the cougar in reverse. Says, in the silence you find power, you claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed, in reverse. And then you got the hawk in reverse. Spirit is sending you message. Open your greater vision to see the signs, focus on priorities, and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Instantly, this is a really, really, really powerful message, and I haven't even pulled tarot yet. Okay, between that song, she's literally talking about how her younger self probably wouldn't like her older self, but she does, okay? And then the You Can't Rush Your Healing song, it's just talking about how healing is a really slow and painful process and how it comes in waves and how it takes time to evolve and to step into your higher self, okay? I think the first thing your higher self would say to your inner child is that through big life events, through miracles, you are able to accomplish a lot in your life. You are able to do a lot, but it's miraculous that you've gotten there. I think one of the things that your higher self would tell your inner child is that for a long, long time, you were wearing a mask. That you were, I want to say lying and manipulating, but I don't think it's in like a malicious or like, I feel like you wore a lot of masks and you, your younger self was afraid to be seen. It was afraid to be free. And because you weren't walking in your authenticity, because you were hiding your true self, it was difficult for you to connect with spirit and take leadership and action in your life. You were afraid. I'm almost hearing like you were afraid that God wouldn't love the real you. In the Maddie song, she talks about being bisexual, and she literally talks about how if I were to tell you that I threw my purity ring out in an airport, you wouldn't believe me. It's against everything we stood for. I feel like your younger self needs to know that authenticity, being your true self, being authentic and happy within who you are, is the closest thing that you can come to God, to godliness, to holiness. It's not about, a true relationship with God isn't about being forgiven of all of your sins and following a bunch of rules and being wiped clean, and then you can be worthy enough to be in union with God. True godliness is understanding that God created you to be the person that you are, and that all your uniqueness, all of your differences, your perspective of the world, your personality, your little quirks, all your like little things that other people would judge. God gave you those attributes intentionally because they're what makes you you, so wonderfully and beautifully you. In spirituality, we learn that God isn't necessarily an external force. It comes from within. And I think what your higher self really needs your inner child to know is that it's safe to take off the mask. It's okay to be seen. The real you is beautiful and wonderful and kind. That you are made differently intentionally because you weren't meant to walk the same path as everyone else. Your life isn't meant to look like everyone else's. You are actually, in the future, going to be a leader, a messenger of truth in some way. You're going to lead others to truth. But in order to do that, the masks have to come off and you have to allow yourself to be seen for who you really are. And when you do that, when you allow yourself to be seen and you love yourself in its entirety, you accept your true nature, miracles manifest in your life. And life is sweet and you bring a lot of joy to the world. It says you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. See, I feel like for a long time, you felt like there was something wrong or dirty or toxic or sinful or whatever about who you were. And I think your higher self would be like, no, baby, you're perfect. You're wonderful. That hurt my heart a little. Okay. I just saw a visual of my daughter, Gianna. She is perfect in every way, but she's neurodivergent, like her mother. Fun. And I just seen her sweet little beautiful face and her big blue eyes looking up at me and her perfect little Shirley Temple curls. And I heard in my head something that a family member said in front of her. The family member was like, oh, she's such a bad kid. She's annoying. She needs to be spanked more and this, that, and the other. And it breaks my heart because she's not bad. She's not annoying. She's perfect. And she was made perfectly. And I feel like you at home in pile one, what your higher self is wanting to let you know is that you're not a bad kid. You are never a bad kid. For some of you, I'm getting indications of a comparison to siblings. So maybe you had an older brother or sister that, you know, like graduated college and did all the things properly, and you were like the disappointment child. Or it could be a younger brother or sister, whatever, but you know. And you always felt like, I'm the bad kid. I'm the disappointment. So you might have overcompensated for that and tried to do everything right. So you wore a mask and you poured yourself into trying to gain the validation of others through your efforts, you went to the school that everybody else thought you should. You started dressing the way that everybody else thought you should. You started dating the people that your parents thought would be a good match for you. You started to hang out with the people that made you look good to a certain people. And it's like, as you got older and as you matured, you learned that those things never won the love of those who rejected you as a child. No matter what you did, no matter how you dressed, how much you accomplished, this is what goal did you accomplish? It's like all of your accomplishments, you did all of the things that other people, your parents or your family or a loved one or whatever, put on you, all those expectations, you accomplished all those things and it still wasn't good enough. And that's really hard. I knew I was gonna cry when it came to this reading because like I really love children, and this is like speaking to an inner child, and I know you're a grown ass person watching this, but like feel like your higher self just wants to tell your inner child, don't waste your time. It's a waste of energy and effort to try to appease everyone else. Take the mask off and let yourself be seen. The true measure of success isn't how much money you make. It's not marrying up. It's not, it's not followers on social media. It's not the ultimate job. It's not the best house. The true success in life comes from living freely in your authenticity. It's peace. It's knowing that you're walking in your purpose and being comfortable and being who you truly are. It's allowing yourself to be seen. Wow. All right, I'm gonna pull some tarot. Spirit, what else would pile one's higher self like to say to their inner child? What other messages? Okay. Six of Swords. They'd say it's okay to venture out. The seas might be a little rocky and you might be fearful that you're gonna drown, but you're not gonna drown. It's okay. Venture out. Six of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. They would say it's okay to venture out. It's okay to go into uncharted waters. It's okay to explore new lands. It's okay to get out and go find yourself. They'd say one day Spirit's gonna bring you somebody that's your perfect match. They're gonna bring things into balance. And you're gonna be seen, you're gonna be understood for exactly who you truly are. They would say that when you get to that place, you're gonna wanna cling to the things that you've earned because you've done so alone for so long. Everything that you have, everything that you accomplished in your life up until that point was self-made. You didn't have the backing of others. You were never good enough for others. You were never enough for other people. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles in reverse. This card upright is about working with others and other people helping you, but you didn't. It's in reverse. One day you're going to set out on a new adventure and you're going to follow your authentic path. And you're going to find somebody who sees the real you and who can truly match your energy. But you're going to have a tendency, you're going to feel triggered to cling because you don't know if you can trust this. You don't know if it's safe to collaborate with this person. because you just knew how to do it on your own. Yeah, you're gonna want to go into hermit. Oh. You're gonna want to go into hermit mode. You're gonna want to isolate yourself. You're not gonna feel safe. But then when you do that, when you go inside, the healing begins, and you're gonna start to see. You're gonna start to see that you can have something beautiful with this person. That something really gorgeous could be had. But in order to do that, you have to quit reminiscing about the fights of the past. You're going to have to quit focusing on all the battles, all the hardship, all the people that stood in your way. You're going to have people that turn their back and walk away from you. But you're the artist of your own life. And this is your chance. This is meant for you. Because you've gained a lot of higher knowledge through being on your own. This person is your empress. Or you're the empress, one or the other. This is your wish fulfillment. This is somebody you can feel safe with. This is somebody who's come into your life to nurture you, to love you, to feel like home to you. I feel like I'm feeling a mother wound in this pile. So it could very well be that in this pile, that your mother wasn't able to nurture you and love you and accept you for who you are. And this person is going to come into your life, and you're going to feel like, I don't know if I can trust this. But you can trust this. They've come into your life to heal a mother wound. Lover's card. You're safe to love this person. Oof. Death. This is a rebirth for you. Death card is actually a very positive card. It's a death to an old way of thinking, an old way of being, an old life cycle, and a rebirth. 3 of Swords in reverse. This person is not going to break your heart. They're not going to cheat on you. They're not going to leave you. But you're holding on to past heartbreak. You're fearful. Now you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. Spirit's encouraging you, your inner child, to soften to love, to realize that your past heartbreak, that you... that you can have the 10 of Pentacles with this person. It's everything. It's everything you could want in the earthly realm. That's all your manifestations, all of your dreams, all of your desires and accomplishments can be had with this person. But your inner child needs some healing because you have a wounded inner child that is afraid to be seen. Spirit saying that your inner child is free to dance and play with this person, that this person is going to accept you for exactly who you truly are. Any last messages, Spirit? Any last messages for pile number 1? Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords in reverse. You, however, are afraid to follow your passions, and you're afraid to speak your truth. Because when you were a small child, you were judged. You were judged harshly for being your true self. You were judged harshly for your passions. You might have even felt like your passions, your goals, your desires were sinful, or I'm getting sinful for whatever reason. Judgment, literally right underneath it. You felt like you were going to be judged. But Spirit is calling you to healing. It's calling you to allow yourself to be seen. You're stepping in to your High Priestess energy, higher knowledge, spiritual awakening. Underneath that, the Tower. It's okay. It's okay. Let the Tower moment happen. Let it all fall apart. It's all built on faulty foundations. If it's not of the highest truth, 25 on the clock when I said that. If it's not of the highest truth, if it's not in line with your true, authentic nature, then let the fucking Tower fall. Let it fall, and you'll have your victory. You gotta step forward with truth. And let your inner child play. Wow. 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 You're gonna experience some battles, but I feel like the battle is almost done. It's almost over. You're manifesting something big and beautiful into your life. You just have to follow your passions, your dreams, your goals, your desires. Set out on that new endeavor. And you'll get the sun. You'll be up. If you offer your cup of love to this person, this adventure is offering your cup of love, following your passions, following your intuition, you'll get your happiness. That's what your higher self wants to tell your inner child. It's okay to take off the mask. It's okay to be seen. You're safe to love. This is a blessing for you. That's what they want to tell you, that this is a blessing for you. Spirit, what other knowledge would the higher self like to say? Blessings on your family. Blessings on a resolution. Blessing of the air. Yeah. Blessings of health. Blessings to find your way. Blessings on your love. Yeah. Air energy is thinking. It's the mind. Okay. Notice that this has a little bumblebee here. It's like your mind is very fertile, very beautiful, very see how it's like covered in flowers and grapes and such. Your mind is beautiful, but it also attracts bees. It also attracts a lot of hurt. So you're afraid to open up. You're afraid to speak your mind because of that hurt that you felt. In the past, you were stung. You were bit back. But you're meant to be different. You're meant to be, you're a unicorn person. Your life is magical. And if you allow yourself to truly open up and be vulnerable and let your inner child play with this person, good things will happen. Great things will happen. I love that for you guys. Okay. Wow. That's beautiful. Now that I'm like all, okay. Cool beans. Let's do pile number 2 now. Pile number 2. If you picked the "Who would you be if we never met" card, then this is your pile. First card that came out is the Puffin in reverse. Partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are the joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. You got the fox in reverse, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to your problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources around you. Be open to romance. Lizard, regeneration, upright. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. Raven, shaman. You are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of mysteries. Okay, and your channeled songs are Heavy by Peach, PRC, and You Are Safe by Vanessa Forbes. Okay, Heavy by Peach is like one of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my entire life. It's beautiful and beautifully written. It's a great song, but it's so sad. It's basically talking about how she's been told her entire life that she's too hard to love, basically. That she's got too much trauma, too much junk, that she's just too broken to be saved, okay? And then the You Are Safe song is a message from God, the universe, telling you that you're safe. You're safe to just be, to exist. You're protected, okay? Pile number 2. Your higher self would like to say to your inner child, for one, that a lot of people are not going to understand you. A lot of people are not meant to walk down your path. A lot of people are going to deem you almost for stupid. They're going to deem you as is not enough, is, I keep getting like, I'm getting that song from Annie, the dumb dog, why do you keep following me? I ain't got a crumb dog. I don't, maybe you went down a path of following others out of blind loyalty. But you act, and a lot of people might have judged you for being stupid. But you're not. You are incredibly clever. You're actually shaman. You have higher spiritual knowledge, but that higher spiritual knowledge doesn't resonate with 3D people, baby. A lot of people are not going to understand that type of knowledge, that way of thinking. But you weren't meant to be like everyone else. You weren't meant to walk side by side with everybody else. You felt isolated. You felt othered. You felt like the outcast, the black sheep, because you had to be on the outside. It all had a divine purpose. Your higher self would like to say they're really, really proud of you for constantly bouncing back. That even though you had a lot of fake friends in your life, a lot of people who judged you harshly and tried to trick you and outsmart you, you always regenerated, you always bounced back even stronger than before. I really love that your core message here is, who would you be if we never met? Because this is messages from your higher self to your inner child. I think that's just a really, really powerful thought. That if you never met your higher self, if you never had your spiritual awakening, if you never came to true enlightenment and higher consciousness, where would you be? Who would you be? Feel like along this path leading up to and even into your spiritual awakening, you felt very alone. But I have a feeling that eventually you find your people and you realize that this was all for a beautiful, beautiful purpose. I feel eventually you open up and soften to love. You find your people. It's like life tried to knock you down. Other people tried to come in your way. May have ripped your tail off, but you were able to grow a new tail, you know? You were able to shed old skin and step forward even more beautiful. Yeah, you healed. You healed. Notice how she's looking at her reflection. I feel like you were able to, you found your healing through taking a good hard look in the mirror and meeting your higher self. 8 of Cups, yeah. You went on a long, scary, dark hero's journey, but you kept your focus. Notice how his focus is up at the moon. You kept your focus up to Goddess, the divine, higher spiritual knowledge. Spirit's really proud of you for that. The Devil, yeah. Yeah, it came out in reverse. You were able to break. This is a powerful message. Holy crap. I just want to say real quick that I'm very proud of you. This particular Devil card shows a man like kind of sitting like, fuck, what have I done? And a naked woman sleeping, which I find really interesting. I've never noticed that before. Okay. And remember, this came out in reverse. I'm just showing you up right now. Possibly for a while, you were in a cycle of like casual sex and like flings. I'm getting like bachelor energy. I'm getting like promiscuity here. But it always left you feeling empty because you were searching for partnership. You were searching for companionship, people who understood you. But because you were this raven energy, because you were meant to be somebody constantly shedding and going through cycles in their life, it always left you feeling empty. These casual flings never fulfilled you in any way. And I feel like eventually you were able to heal that, but it was a long journey. But you trusted, you kept your eyes towards spirit and you trusted. You were able to break that cycle. That's why you got the Devil in reverse. Wow. Wow. What else would your higher self like to say? Two of Swords. You chose. You had a choice to make. What's this choice, Spirit? To continue down a path of breaking your own heart. These casual flings kept leading you to heartbreak every single time because there was no substance behind it. There was no Queen of Cups. So you had a choice between heartbreak or softening to love. Wow. Wow. You had a choice between heartbreak or letting your emotions flow, channeling your divine feminine energy, even if you identify as masculine, becoming emotionally mature. But once again, the voices of the past lingered. You were still haunted by the judgment of others. You were still haunted by feeling like people were mocking you, feeling isolated, feeling I feel like pile 1 and pile 2 might be connected, so you might just want to watch both. Yeah. You're afraid to be the artist of your own life. You're afraid to step forward and manifest the life you wanted because you knew that that would mean that others would have to walk away and that you'd have to fight the rest of these battles alone. You'd have to reflect and reevaluate. I think you chose correctly though, because I'm getting a lot of pride. I'm getting your higher self is very proud. Yeah, justice. And it's upright, yeah. You chose correctly. You chose to go the just route, or you will if you haven't come to this decision yet. Judgment in reverse. You decided that, like, fuck other people's opinions of me. I'm tired of sleeping around. I'm tired of just casual sex. The King of Wands to me is like, it's a fire energy, and it's not a bad, but in this context, I'm getting that, like, for a while you were just chasing a fling. It's like you were very good. You were the King of Wands. You were like the king of casual flings and chasing your passions and all of that. And now you're choosing to start over as the Knight of Cups. And it might feel like a step in the wrong direction. It might feel like, what am I doing with my life? I've gained a lot of success. I'm very good at being the King of Wands. I'm very good about chasing my passions and being fiery and independent and bold and brave. But I'm not so good at the emotional stuff. And I feel like you decide eventually to make a choice. And Spirit is encouraging you to make a choice to emotional vulnerability and learning how to be vulnerable. But you're going to have to, if it's learned, and nobody's ever taught you that because you were isolated a lot as a younger child. Nobody ever taught you the true meaning of love. Nobody ever taught you true companionship. Nobody ever taught you emotional vulnerability. Nobody ever taught you emotional maturity. So you're going to have to learn that. But you made the right choice. Even though it seems like a step backwards, like why would you go from a king to a knight? This is the right choice. Learning this emotional vulnerability, learning to offer your heart and be open brings you so much happiness and fulfillment. And Spirit's like, I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you. Wow. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles. But for a while you might feel, wow. Okay, yeah. Wow. Ah, wow. Okay, this is going to bring you a lot of healing, obviously. For a while, it's gonna, you got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So you planted something and you started to see like a harvest. Okay, but it's gonna feel like you're giving that up, okay? It's gonna feel like, fuck, I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna be desolate, I'm gonna be out in the cold, I'm not gonna be supported in this. But then you got the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is great, because upright, this is bad. This is like poverty and this is carrying a lot of burdens on your back. But because you made the right choice and the choice to soften to love and live your life through the lens of love, it's like, the burdens are dropped. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders anymore. And you're stepping out of that lack mentality, that lack mindset, and you're actually going to upgrade. You're going to go, you went from the King of Wands, and then you're going to feel like you went backwards by turning into, it's like King of Wands to the Page of Cups, which is like learning how to love and be emotional and operate from your heart space. But that was the correct decision because it turned you into the King of Pentacles. This is father and husband and very successful businessman. This is like the perfect husband material, okay? And you got your wish fulfillment. You got everything you wanted, but it was through that initial leap of faith. That's the message that your higher self has for your inner child. That you had to be alone for a while because you had to gain this higher knowledge. So when you came to this place, you would understand which path you needed to go down. That's the message. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you.